All right, guys, I won't keep everybody waiting. We'll get started with today's webinar. Okay, for those that don't know me, my name is Scott Young, and I recently moved across to Leader from Alloy with the recent acquisition. I was working at Alloy for over 23 years, so I have lots of experience in the UC&C industry and also voice over IP and networking. And I'm really looking forward to bringing that experience across to Leader and also offering some of the value-added services that we had at Alloy and introducing these to our partners that we have now at Leader. All right, so just quickly before I get started, I'd just like to give you a bit of an overview about Leader. So for those of you who know me and know me from Alloy, this may be new to you guys, but for those of you who are from Leader and are new to myself, then you're probably well aware of all of this stuff. But quickly going over an overview of Leader, we have 5 branches across Australia, which gives us coverage to all of the Australian areas. We have 40+ local account managers. We have pre and post-sale support services available. We have over 70 direct vendor relationships, so we have lots of products and services that we can offer. We also are a leader with our marketing services, so we're #1 distributor for marketing in Australia. So being able to leverage the marketing services from Leader that Leader provide to the channel allows you guys to quickly and easily market to your customers. So we do have white labeling content available for that. And we also do provide in-house training as well. Okay, so with the acquisition of Alloy, Leader now have a number of UC brands that we are able to offer you guys in the market. So obviously we have Yealink, Yealink being one of the largest UC providers globally, #1 phone vendor in the world. We have Microsoft, we are a CSP provider for Microsoft. And we have 3CX, we have Breeze Connect, which is our SIP trunking and hosted PBX services. We have EPOS, Poly, Jabra for our headsets. We also have Fanville phones. We have Snom IP phones. We also have the complete range from Grandstream that we offer to the channel. We have CyberData paging equipment, and we also have Xaltus complete phone system packages, as well as interactive and non-interactive panels from ViewSonic. So we do have a complete product portfolio for the UC collaboration space. Okay, so what has Alloy brought across to Leader in regards to their comprehensive service offering? We now are able to offer at Leader the pre-sales service and solution design that we've had for a long time at Alloy. We are now able to offer provisioning and pre-staging services out of all 5 warehouses across the country. We have installation services available nationally as well. We have that free partner technical support that we offer to all of our channel partners or our resellers. We have end user paid services available as well. And we also have extended AMS warranty and on-site warranty services available for the UC and collaboration products nationally as well. And then also, as I mentioned as well, we do have those comprehensive training options available, and we can do bespoke training, to our partners and also to your end customers as well. So if you do require training services, not only to yourselves, but also to your customers, that's also available through Leader. Okay, so now just quickly moving into a bit more detail of these services. So in regards to kind of your room systems and your MTR kind of space installations, we can provide full pre-sales assistance. We can help do presentations, give you guys advice to either yourselves or to your end customers. We can provide loan and demo gear. And what we can also do with that loan and demo gear is we can also provide that proof of concept remote assistance as well. So if you are loaning product to your partners and you do need help, then we're here to help you through that complete proof of concept process as well. Now, another thing that comes up a lot is that room design, trying to work out exactly what product we need that's going to fulfill the requirements of a particular room type. You know, do we need an Android bar? Do we need a full Windows-based solution? These questions can be answered quite easily through you know, multiple avenues. So being able to get the information from the customer, knowing the room dimensions and things like that, so we can help with that complete design to offer your customers a unique and professional you know, video conferencing solution. We can make sure that we're giving you the right advice in terms of what product to use. We can also help with advanced system design. So sometimes when we're talking about MTR spaces and meeting room spaces, sometimes the equipment or the audio equipment that's required for those spaces may not be available just completely out of the kit that we have. So what we can also do is help provide advice for third-party audio implementation as well. And then another great tool that Yealink actually have available on their website is their Yealink Room Configurator. And this is a quick and easy way to be able to determine what system is going to be the right fit for the room that you're looking at designing. Okay, so we've kind of looked at services from a meeting room space, but what we can also do is we can also provide kind of pre-shipping services as well. So what we call provisioning and pre-staging services. So for IP phones, for Teams phones and things like that, we can do provisioning services. So when we talk about provisioning services, we're talking about adding configuration files into a phone. It might be adding these devices onto the device management platform, whether that be Yealink's YMCS or it might be Fanful's FDMS. You know, these types of things we can do. Another thing that we can do is fully pre-configure devices as well. So if you do have customers that require, you know, a complete dropship solution from you, the partner, to the end customer, we can pre-configure those devices before they're left. And what we can also do is generate configuration files as well. So if you do have a project where there's just a unique kind of use case for an IP phone or something like that, then we can configure or generate configuration files as well. Now, when we talk about pre-staging services, this is more along the lines of room systems and MTR devices from Microsoft, where what we want to do is we want to make sure these devices are installation ready. We want you to be able to receive these products, whether it's directly to you or directly to the end user. We want to make sure it's in a state that is easiest for you to install. Now, when we have products that we're going to supply to you, sometimes they may have been sitting in the warehouse for several weeks or maybe even a couple of months. So you're not always going to have the latest version of firmware, or you're not going to have all the Windows updates done. So when you go out on site and you install those products, you don't want to have your technician sitting out there for 2 hours while Windows does updates. So we can do that for you. We can make sure that these devices are ready to install as soon as you take them out of the box. So that includes firmware updates to all the Yealink peripherals, including cameras and microphones, and we can also do the UC provider updates. So making sure that the Teams MTR app is up to date, or if it's a Zoom room system, making sure that Zoom application is up to date as well. And then what we can also do from a user perspective on these Teams room systems is actually sign them in for you as well. We can actually configure these room systems, make sure that the device is set up the way your customer needs it, And if required, and if the customer is willing to do so, they can provide those user credentials and we can sign in for you. Now, another thing that I'll just mention here, which isn't on the slide, is also help with what's required on the M365 side of things as well. So for those people that are new to like MTR devices and selling Teams room systems, we can help you through that kind of configuration side on M365 as well. Another thing to mention is because we are a Microsoft CSP, we can provide those licenses to you as well. Not only can you buy the hardware from us, but we can also help with the license side of things from Microsoft. Okay, so moving on to installation services. So not only can we pre-configure that device or pre-stage that device so it's ready for installation, we can also provide complete product installation in those meeting room spaces as well. And we can provide that on a national level. Now that could also mean what we call a room readiness assessment, where what we can do with that is we can go out on site before you scoped out a system and we can make sure that we go over that room, check where power points are, check where Ethernet cables are, check where we're going to be able to install microphones, install cameras, hang TVs on walls. So we can do a room readiness assessment to make sure we are scoping the right product and the right services for that installation. Then we've also got that complete room fit out, the product installation onto the walls, including displays, including cameras, speakers, ceiling mounted mics, we can do the works. And another thing that we can also do is proof of concept install services as well. So normally with a proof of concept, we wouldn't do a full complete installation, and it's normally just a temporary installation so that the customer can get the feel of the product and make sure it's going to be suitable for what their requirements are. Okay, so moving on to that kind of post-sales support services that we have available. So like I said before, we do have those end user support tickets available that allows your partner to be able to come to us for support. Some partners out there, they may want to, sell a complete service that includes a support package for their customers, or they might want to just sell the hardware and kind of leave it to somebody else to look after the support and also the installation services. So that's available, and tickets are purchasable through Leader, and they do have a validity of up to 12 months. Now, obviously, if we're talking about support services to our partners, to you guys, that's all completely free. Okay, so the times for technical support is Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And when we talk about support tickets, mainly around the kind of end user support tickets, each ticket represents a single case. So a single case will be a problem that you are having with one component of that product. Now, obviously, if you call up with multiple problems, but you're calling up at the same time, that will be a single ticket as well. It's just that if that ticket kind of progresses from us fixing a problem to a new problem, then that would be a second ticket. Now, what we also do is provide priority service and a unique phone number and email address for those end user support tickets as well. One thing I didn't move here is the URL. That should be changed now to Leader System, so I'll have to update that slide. Sorry, guys. All right, so not only do we have that phone and email-based technical support, we also have additional technical support services available as well. So we have support outside of the business hours as well. And this is charged at an hourly rate and needs to be pre-arranged. We also have additional services that, if we need to have on-site kind of support for customers, whether there's issues with a product and you as the partner are unable to diagnose those issues yourselves, and you need a technician to be available on site, that's also something that we can do as well. And then we also have services around YMCS and device management available as well. Okay, like I said before, that on-site support as well. So we do have paid on-site support services that we offer through Leader as well. Now, not only is this a call out to help diagnose an issue, but it's also a product changeover service as well. So we can actually come out on site. If we diagnose an issue, we can also then replace that issue at the same time. Now, normally the way that would work is that we would speak to you, the reseller or the end customer, kind of determine what the initial problems are, so that we can then take on site the product that we feel is going to be the problem or the cause of the issues that you're having, and we can take that on site with us and be able to change over that as well. Now, these on-site support services are actually available to purchase with the product, and the support service actually will last for the entire warranty period of that product. So for instance, if you are buying a Yealink MTR system and you do want this on-site support service, then that is available, and the price of that service will cover the full 2-year warranty period of that product. Okay, so we've kind of gone through, scoping projects, making sure product is ready for an installation, the post-sale support, making sure that we can actually, support you guys and the product after the product has been installed, the on-site support to be able to help you with any issues that you're having. We've also obviously covered the warranty of these products. There's no need for you to contact multiple vendors or to go back to the vendor itself to actually get warranty. We look after the warranty nationally. Now, one great thing with the, with Leader now being the company in charge, we do have that national warranty service. So we have RA points in every warehouse across Australia. So that makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker for you, the partner, to be able to get a product changed over or repaired quickly for your customer, so they can put it back in into production. Now, one thing that Yealink have when it comes to kind of what they call their AMS service, which is their annual maintenance subscription, which is based purely on the Microsoft and Zoom product sets, but that is 2 years, and that is also an advanced replacement for all those products. Now, the Yealink voice and video accessories, so that will be like your Teams phones, or it might be a webcam, they have 1-year coverage. The Yealink headsets and the USB range is all 2-year coverage. And again, like I said, advanced replacement is available. Now, when it comes down to some of the other UC vendors, the warranty does fluctuate a little bit depending on the vendor, but majority of the time, we will have product available here locally in Australia, if not locally in each warehouse, to be able to change over products if there is any faults. All right, and now just to quickly finish off, we also will talk about our training services that we have available. So not only can we go out, we can do the installs, everything that I've covered so far in this webinar, what we can also do is we can train you, or we can train your customers. Now, we can provide vendor-based training. So for example, Yealink, Grandstream, they have vendor certification courses that we can run to help you get certified by that vendor, so that you can show your customers that you are certified when installing this equipment in their premises. So we can actually provide you those training services. Even though a lot of these training the training material is available online, sometimes people do benefit from having that kind of in person or even webinar-based training that helps them kind of understand the products and material that they're going through. Now, another thing that we can provide is bespoke training services. So not only can we train you on the vendor material and what the vendor wants you to actually learn and understand of the products, we can also do bespoke training. So over the last couple of years, I've done a lot of training on site to customers that just wanted to use a particular product in a particular way. So we can actually customize training and deliver that training to your end customer on behalf of you, whether it's via webinar, whether it's on site, and we can tailor that training to make sure it fits in the use case of your end customer. Another thing that we can also do is do end user training. So not only can we train you guys on managing the devices and even train your end customer on managing to a certain level those devices, we can also train you on your end users on how to actually utilize the products, how to make sure they're getting the most use out of a system. For example, Teams Room system, making sure that you're actually using the complete capabilities of a system. A Yealink meeting board, for example, making sure that your end customers know that not only can we have a meeting, we can also do whiteboarding sessions, and there's new firmware available now where we can connect the meeting board to Office 365, so we can load documents and save documents and things like that. So being able to do those bespoke training sessions to make sure your customers are using the products that they've spent a lot of money on. We want them to make sure they're using it correctly, because once they're using it correctly and they know the benefits they're getting out of using these products, they will want to buy more and utilize more. So that's what we want to try and offer and make it easy for you guys and your customers to use these products. Okay, guys, that's just about it for the slides. Now, if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to pop them into the Q&A panel. Happy to answer any questions that you have. But one thing I will do as well, for any of you guys that are or don't know who I am and I am new to you guys, please, if you do want to reach out, feel free to send me an email. So I'll just pop down my email address in the chat panel, so you guys do have my contacts. I am the first point of contact for any of these services. For those of you that are from Alloy, we've also got Roberta on board at Leader as well, who kind of is definitely involved a lot around scoping out training sessions and making sure that we're providing the correct training services or support and installation services to you and your customers as well. So I'm just quickly chucking my email address into the chat. Hopefully you've got that there as well. And if you do have any questions around any of the services that we offer, or how to also access these services, so that's what I'll quickly just chuck in here at the end is accessing services. How do we access these services? How do you guys purchase these services? So all the services are available via SKUs, both on the Leader website, but also via your Leader account manager. So if you do want to purchase these services, then please talk to your AMs. They'll be able to help scope exactly what service you want and what service you're after. And another thing I wanted to mention as well is with the installation services, there are lead times that kind of got to be catered for as well. If you come to myself or your account manager and say, I need something installed tomorrow, it's probably not going to happen. We do need to have some time to be able to prepare for the installation, making sure that we're talking to you guys, finding out all the most information that we can in regards to the installation. So sometimes the lead time will vary depending on available technicians, but normally we'll be able to get installation done within between 7 and 10 days. All right, so is there any questions from you guys? Let me quickly just go to the question panel. For some reason, my screen is not displaying very well. Okay, do you have any pricing on training and other items such as provisioning phones and sending out to a client? Okay, so all the pricing is now available on the Leader website. So in terms of provisioning phones, it's like $5 a phone for provisioning. You know, being able to actually provision a phone and provide a drop ship service, zero touch for your partner, you know, for $5, that's a very reasonable, you know, kind of price for that. And training services, it really depends on the training that you're after. Normally, we will charge per hour. Now, depending on the training itself, whether it's training on material that we already have available or whether it's training material that we need to build based on a bespoke requirement from your customer, will depend on the price that's you know, that will be. Sorry, I'm just trying to, can't see all the questions for some reason. What's it doing? Guys, I'm just trying to work out when we go to webinar what's going on here. All right, I think I've got it now. Okay, I've done that one. All right, what would the cost be for, say, a small 10-user office for Teams? So, sorry, I can't, oh, so that's Joe, sorry. So in regards to that question, Joe, are you talking about kind of a 10-user office in regards to Microsoft licensing for Teams, or is that, are you talking about installing phones, or is it for room systems? I don't know why this GoToWebinar is not going full screen view. Not working for me. All right, let's. Okay, so next question was about the logging, your Alloy login credentials to access the Leader website. Unfortunately not, but we can get you set up on the Leader website quite easily and very quickly. So if you want to shoot me an email, what I'll do, I'll make sure that gets done for you ASAP. Okay, Joe, so for on-site installation, so for phones or? Okay, so with handsets. So normally for an on-site install for handset, it'd probably just be like an hourly rate for that. But what I can do is shoot me through an email, and I can definitely do a quote for you for that. So if it, you know, is that going to include the setup on the team side as well, or is it just going to be the physical handset installation and you know, and logging on and stuff like that? So yes, definitely shoot me through an email and we can discuss that in more detail. Okay, guys, if there's no more questions, then we'll finish up there. Now, just so you're aware, the recording of the webinar will be available on the Leader website. I'll just need to find out exactly when or how long it will take, but normally it should be up there within 1 or 2 days. Okay, there might be one more question here. Yeah, so in terms of the warranty plans, so some of them are specific to vendors, but just rest assured that Leader will handle all of the warranty services for each of those vendors, but they are different. So, you know, for example, Stom will have 3-year warranty for their phones. Fanville only have 1 year for their phones. Yealink have 1 year for their IP phones, but they have 2 years for their Microsoft products. Gransham have 2 years for their IP phones and stuff like that. So it does vary depending on the vendor itself. Okay, let's give it 1 more minute, just in case there's any more questions. All right, guys, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate everybody taking time out of your busy schedule for joining the webinar today. And I look forward to talking to you all very soon. Thank you all.